Hello, welcome to episode 3 of Versus 4. You know why you're here. You know what this is all about, and even if you don't, there is a link just below for Custom Profits introduction video, as well as the most recent highlight video, of course, if you haven't seen that as well, plus the links to everybody else who's involved in this competition. You know who they are. You know, you've seen it. You know what's going on. This is just to catch up with me. This is my edition. This is game 22, which is going to be away at Lazio. But before we get into that, let's have a look at our results. Okay, so as far as the league performance is concerned, obviously last time you saw us was that fantastic 4-0 home win over Spal. Ronaldo scoring along with 2 from Higuain. I'm terrible with names, I really am. Douglas Costa, of course, getting 1. After that, we faced off against Roma away and managed a 1-0 win, as you can see. Higuain scoring on the 92nd minute. It was that kind of game. I mean, we didn't play badly. As you can see, we played very well, especially defensively. And certainly nobody performed below what I would consider an average rating. But we just couldn't break them down. 14 shots, only 5 on target. And they had 10 and 5, so they were pushing us hard enough. But we did come away with the 3 points, which is fantastic. But yeah, that was one of the tougher matches. After that, we had a 4-0 home win against Sampdoria. Rabiot getting 2 and Dybala getting 2, one of them penalty. I'm pretty sure that Ronaldo didn't play in that match. Or if he did, he didn't take the penalty. No, he didn't. He got subbed, look. But playing absolute rubbish as, well, he doesn't normally do, but there you go. After that, we move into December and we had Torino away, which was a 2-1 win. I mean, Torino have been doing, well, they're in 6th. I thought they were doing better than that, but never mind. Again, pretty tight game, I felt, despite the fact that obviously we dominated. They went 1-0 up, and it was only the 65th minute when Rabiot pulled one back. And as you can see, you know, we were getting 1 out of every 2 shots on target, and as did they, to be fair. And they did indeed have the better possession, but like I say, they dominated us for the first 60-odd minutes. And we finally broke them down. Rabiot, as I say, scored in the 65th, and Dybala getting the second on the 72-minute, nicking the win, because honestly, I really did think that was going to be a draw. After that, at home to Milan, comfortable 3-0 win. Ronaldo scored on the 3rd minute. Danilo got one on the 9th minute, and then another on the 83rd. He was player of the match for that match. We then faced off away at Atalanta, and we won 1-0. Again, pretty tight game. We didn't play badly. Well, I say we didn't play badly. A couple of people played badly. Sandro had a bad game. Llorente had a bad game. Rabiot played average, well, a little bit below. It just, yeah, it wasn't a fantastic game. I mean, Ronaldo scored in the 63rd. Couldn't do much for possession against them. So we had to go counter-attacking, which, to be honest with you, things got a little bit better for us once Martin de Roon got sent off. So, like I say, nicked it 1-0, Cristiano Ronaldo getting a goal. Something else you might have noticed, you've been paying attention, my tactical style has changed, like the formation, as much as anything else. But we will get into that in a minute. After that, we played Lecce at home and we beat them 5-1. Ramsey getting a goal, 3 from Ronaldo, one of which penalty, so a hat-trick for him, and of course 1 from Brunori. Matteo Brunori is one of these people that, well, I don't know why he's here. I mean, he was obviously signed on a free before I arrived, but you look at his current ability and potential ability, and again, you look at his actual attributes. They're not particularly standout, but in 4 sub-appearances, he's managed 2 goals. So, he can score goals, Matteo Brunori, but I don't know why he was purchased. I really don't. I don't know what he's doing there. But anyway, moving on, we had Verona after that away, where we managed a 3-0 win. Ronaldo, Cuadrado and Benteke all getting goals. After that, it was Fiorentina at home, and that was a tighter game. Benteke scoring on the 65th minute, so that we won it 1-0. Again, better shots, not so many on target this time, and better possession, but only a 1-0 win. So, one of those things. After that, we played Sassuolo at home, beat them 2-0. 2 from Cristiano Ronaldo, and then against Calgary, we won away 4-0. And that's goals from Sandro, Rabiot, Ramsey, and Ronaldo. Now, If you've been following me on Twitter, you've probably seen me complain about the number of injuries I've been having lately, and it did force me, and I can't remember where. It was after this. I think it was against Torino, was where we first used. I think it was, yes, where we changed the formation. Sorry, I'll get there in a minute. Yeah, so against Sampdoria, we were playing our usual somewhat isometric formation, which I've been playing since the start. And like I say, it's got some fabulous results for us. But we had some real injury issues. Like I say, if you've been following me on Twitter, you've heard me complain. And so I changed the formation. And pretty much for the Torino game was the first time we played it. Yeah, it was, in fact, for the Torino game. And it was supposedly only a temporary set of tactics to allow me to best use the players that I had versus the ones that I really wanted to use who I couldn't, who were injured. So, as you noticed, there's not much in the way of width to it, and it's got a very packed midfield. Now, like I say, it was only supposed to be a temporary tactic, get us through 2 or 3 games. But unfortunately, the string of results we've had whilst using it, whilst I would say it doesn't create as many goals going forward as the isometric 4-3-3, it does feel like a better possession tactic, if that makes sense. We have the ball more on the whole. It doesn't, the first 2 episodes that I've recorded, both teams that we went up against were, making strong moves against us attackingly, and, we won the games because obviously, we have the stronger players up front, but defensively in midfield, we're not that much better than anybody else, I wouldn't say. So, as I say, playing in this formation certainly seems to take advantage, or sorry, should I not take advantage, that's the wrong word, make up for the fact that we're not necessarily strong in defence and midfield as we are up front, because, that is a very, very strong up front. But it also gives me the opportunity to actually rotate players a little bit, especially as we're getting to that point now where everybody's knackered. And, I have been resting players, giving different players opportunities and stuff like that. But, obviously you want to be playing your best 11, especially in the league at the moment, as that is the point of the competition. So this is where we are. It's the Christmas tree. That's what I call it. It's a 4-2-2-1-1. But yeah, it is the Christmas tree. And like I say, it doesn't create quite as many goals. And part of the reason being is because you're not... Well, I can play around with it and play different players. But Higuain, obviously, was our top scorer. He's now sharing that place with Ronaldo. In fact, if we go here, look. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo's up to 22 goals now. So, again, he's been playing up front. Most of those goals initially, before he started playing as a striker, came from corners, I would suggest. But now, like I say, he does swap in and out with Higuain as the centre forward. As you can see, 22 and 25 with 7 assists. He's Cristiano Ronaldo. What do you do? He is unstoppable. So, yeah, it's worked out well for him. Highest average rating, of course, is Pjanic. He's been doing very, very well. He had some injury problems, but has made a swift and strong comeback. Below him, we've got Cuadrado, who is the king of assists at the moment. He's got 10. Again, plays well as a winger, had played often as a winger, will often play as a right back. He's just brilliant. Very, very reliable. So, very happy with that. Best pass completion is Szczesny. He is injured at the moment, so that's not great. Player of the Match awards goes to Higuain. He's got 5 of them, and we won't worry about that. But Mary Demirel is our only person with a red card thus far. But like I say, you look, played 21, 120 and 1 draw. Goal difference of plus 59 on 61 points. It's... What do you say? It's absolute dominance, and I'm very happy with it. I can't lie, but honestly, each game is like a cup final. Well, before we get into the match, I'm going to show you the other results we've been having. If we actually have a look at the Champions League, our group, we've qualified in top place, which is impressive because I thought we were going to go up in second place, but it was only the final game in the group against Benfica that allowed that because Benfica were top, but we lost. to Krasnodar, and I'll show you in the fixtures because it's one of those things. Like I say, we did mostly okay, but against Lille we drew, and against Krasnodar we lost. And in fairness, I did play. Well, I was going to call it a slightly reduced side, but I mean, when you look at it, it wasn't reduced by that much. Okay, De Ligt was in. He doesn't always start, especially not when Merry Demiral's fit, though he was on the bench on this occasion because he wasn't fit. But yeah, we lost. We lost against Krasnodar. We were dominant, had the best possession, had the most shots and shots on target, but they managed to score the one goal that made it count, and yeah, that was our first loss. So that was not great. After that, we beat Benfica, as I say, that was the final game, 2-1, which allowed us to qualify top. After that, we played Lazio in the Super Cup final, and we won 1-0. Lazio, of course, whom we are playing today. But as you can see, they gave us a good game, much like they did in League, because, of course, we beat them 3-2 away, as it were, as such. But it was a tight game. As you can see, they had the better shots than us, too, and the greater possession. So we kind of got away with that one, I'll not lie to you. As you can see, everybody played pretty well. And they struggled up front. Well, actually, no, they didn't. There's only one player struggled a wee bit. But yeah, tight game. Was glad to come away with the win. I don't think that would have necessarily affected my, my rating. Because, we're up to B+, by the way. Because obviously they didn't give a crap about the Super Cup. They're not judging me. They're not judging. We won it. You'd think they'd be pleased because we won it, but they're just not judging. So fair enough. But yeah, overall, we're on a B+. Which is great, because obviously we started off at a C- or a C. So, after the Super Cup final, we had the Italian Cup first round, which we beat Fiorentina 2-1. Goals from Higuain and Sandro, and then we just beat Milan in the Italian Cup quarter-final 1-0 with our new signing, James Rodriguez. So yeah, as far as the transfers are concerned, there's actually basically only been one guy in and one person going out. Somebody you've seen a couple of the competitors buy, albeit in Group A, or at least bring in on loan. That's James Rodriguez from God. I drew a blank then. Real Madrid, there you go. That's where he came from. And honestly, again, it was to help with depth in that position, but also to help against, help with the injuries we've been having. But pretty solid player. Absolutely. I mean, he's yet another decent corner and free kick taker, which we can always use. That's another player on the pitch to do that. But he's managed 2 appearances and 1 goal. And the goal, I think, was on his debut. So, might be wrong about that. No, it wasn't. It was against AC Milan. Of course, I already told you about it. But yeah, that was his 1 goal. But yeah. He's done all right. He's not obviously going to play every match, but he is part of the rotation. Oh, there he is. Danielle Regani. He went to Guangzhou for 15 million on the 1st of January. Board very happy about that. He wasn't doing fantastically for us. I don't think he's done all that well for Guangzhou, as you can see. Scout summary of 44. In fact, he played 1 game for us. So there you go. That kind of says it all. So he's the man who's gone, and James Rodriguez has come in. Financially speaking, we're not doing great. The overall balance of the club is down to minus 50 million now. We have no transfer budget left, and we're still very slightly over the wage budget, but not by much. Not by much. I don't think it's going to be enough for the board to get too upset with me over. So, especially given our run of results. So that's pretty much everything I need to show you. We're doing well. We're certainly, I would suggest, in the battle. As far as predictions, how everybody else is doing, I'm fairly sure that United City FM is far too good to be, languishing where he is at the moment. So I think he'll have won every game since. I think Custard's going to be in a similar situation, and we know that Chasing Lamely is, because he's, as far as I know, he's the only person to have won every game in his first 11. So, a couple of us dropped a point here and there, but he's been solid. So he's still, as far as I'm concerned, he's going to be the man to chase. I'm fairly sure that's not going to change this time round. And like I say, Custard's going to be there. I've managed not to drop points thus far, though obviously this Lazio game could be it. It could be it, but we'll see. Anyway, without further rambling on and going on about stuff, let's go watch the match. It's a little something I wanted to touch on. I know that one or two people have been having trouble with Higuain and not getting any performance out of him, saying that he's not a particularly good striker. Well, let me tell you, the chances are you're playing him wrong. I realise that sounds incredibly arrogant, but it's just something I sort of figured out. I mean, if you look at, I've been obviously playing, when I was playing these tactics, played a front two. I had a deep line forward on support and an advanced line forward on attack. And as you can see, in terms of, you know, what is considered to be their suitability for the position and role, absolutely perfect. But when you go and look a little bit deeper, let's have a look at the player traits. Yeah, as a, you know, he's not the quickest. He's not got the best acceleration ever. Obviously, he's 32 years old now, so why am I playing him as an advanced forward and not a deep lying forward? Well, the reason being is because he likes to beat the offside trap. So he wants to, you know, be playing right up level with the back four in order to try and beat that offside trap. And if you're playing deep, you're never going to do that. It doesn't mean to say he can't perform from deep. He can, but he's just not necessarily going to get the goals he would get if you play him up front as an advanced forward. Now, if we move over to Dybala, again, perfect for advanced forward. Not 100% perfect for a deep line forward and support, but still, where the secret lies here with Dybala, comes deep to get the ball. You don't want to be playing an advanced forward unless he's the only one and he's got support from, you know, wide players perhaps. You don't want your, you know, your striker, your lone striker especially, or indeed your, you know, your top man, your advanced forward, your poacher, to come deep to get the ball. It's just not what you want. Even with a player with his, you know, pace, agility, speed and all the rest of it, if he's playing as an advanced forward, you don't want him to come deep and get the ball. There's no value in that. You want somebody else to bring the ball to him as much as anything else, or, you know, put in a decent cross for him or put in a decent through ball, so on and so forth. So realistically speaking, the way I feel to get the best out of both of them is to swap them around like that and not play them in what is considered to be their, you know, their natural roles and position. So there you have it. That's why Higuain's been doing well for me, because I'm playing him as a player that he's only competent as playing at. But again, I put it all down to the player traits, so I always pay attention to those as much as is possible. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Let's go watch the match. Okay, it is time for Juventus at home to Lazio. In goal, it's Buffon, getting in for the injured Szczesny. A back four of Sandro, Demiral, Bonucci and Cuadrado. Defensive midfield, Llorente and Pjanic. Central midfield, Rabiot and Ramsey. Attacking midfielder, Dybala, and up front, it is Cristiano Ronaldo, our current top scorer. So, like I say, this might actually be a tough one. So, I'm going to... I don't think it's a fans one. Let's... yeah, there we go. Quality finishing. Take control of midfield and be strong in defence. I'd also like to mention, everybody else's episode 2 was like 15, 16 minutes long. They're all under 20 minutes. And mine, well, I think mine was like an hour. Well, it wasn't quite that long. But nevertheless, I've already noticed that before I've even gotten to the game, I've already got about 16 minutes worth of content to put in this video. So I apologise. It's not going to be a short one. It's not going to be as long as my older ones, but it's not going to be a short one because I talk too much and I want to tell you everything. I want to show you everything. Anyway, it's match time. We're all motivated. Let's go kick Lazio's ass. Juventus in the black with the white shorts. And Lazio in their all-white away kit. Onto the full match. Oh, looks like Dybala's on the ball. Finds Cuadrado. Bonucci, it's raining here at Juventus. Ball into the middle. Llorente puts it out for Sandro. Sandro's going to get past his man. Pulls it back short. Llorente. Rabiot. Llorente again looking to find space. Rabiot. Fouled by Sergej. Well, we got a free kick from Pjanic. Curls it in. And it's cleared. Cuadrado. Bonucci, everybody getting back to their Correct position, playing position, Sandro. Rabiot. Dybala. I haven't seen much of Ronaldo yet. Rabiot. Sancho. Oh, he's dispossessed. Just at the byline. We're making chances. Well, we're not making chances, sorry. That's a lie. We're making the effort, shall we say. I do wonder, though, if we should be just doing that. Ball out wide for Cuadrado. Pulls it back for Bonucci. Bonucci on a run up the wing, which you don't expect from your centre-half. Cuadrado takes over from him. And they force the throw in. Leonardo Bonucci there. Throw in from Cuadrado. Cleared. I'm going to go on to key highlights because we are, I would suggest, in control at the moment. Though nobody's had a shot on target yet. I'm going to go attacking. Cuadrado with the throw in. Pjanic. Cuadrado. Dybala. Oh, just wide. Good effort from Dybala. He doesn't score a superb number. Let's show some passion. Come on. I'm not even sure we're... maybe we should be gegenpressing. One of the things I have adopted in my tactical instructions is to be more expressive, because when you've got players like Ronaldo, like Dybala, etc., like Pjanic, Sandro, you know, you want them to be using their flair as much as is possible. That's the first time we've seen Ronaldo. Ramsey out for Cuadrado. With the cross. Oh, and Sandro, sorry. Alexandro got on the end of that. It's his 5th goal of the season. I wouldn't say he scores many with his head, but it was nice to see. Pjanic to Ramsey. To Cuadrado. Lovely cross. Alexandro with the header. Very, very well placed. 1-0 up after nearly 25 minutes. I'll take it. Yeah, we're looking pretty dominant there. 4 shots, 1 on target. They're still 0-0. Let's get creative again. Why are we apprehensive and nervous? We're 1-0 up. Demirol, I know you're only young, but still. And Dybala, you got no reason... Alright. Just gonna... wondering, calm down or no pressure? You know what, I'm just going to try calm down on you 3. And see if it takes with anybody, because it can be a bit hit and miss. And it's half time, we are 1-0 up. Sandro with the only goal. 8 shots, 2 on target, to their 0-0. And we've had 49% of the possession, so we're doing well. But as per the assistant manager's recommendation, Leonardo Bonucci. Oh no, that was just that was just how he was doing. I'm all over the place today, I'll not lie to you. It's the heat, that's what I'm blaming it on. I feel like Ronaldo's not had a good game. And for certain, Rabiot is also not doing very well. Now, Rabiot and Ramsey are both playing as Caroleros, which is not their natural roles. However, they have generally been playing quite well. But Rabiot will play really well and then just have a terrible game next. It's like, there's no real reason for it, I guess. Everybody else is doing all right. Let us get into the second half and kick off. Let's get creative, boys. Come on. Well, that shout really worked, didn't it? Oh, Rabiot has picked up a knock. Rabiot needs to come off. I can't afford any more injuries. Well, we've got Sami Khedira is about the best choice. Let's see. Who else is not doing? Pjanic's doing all right, but Llorente. You know what? I'm going to swap you and Khedira around, let you play Carolero for a bit. And Ronaldo's coming off for Higuain. Tempted to bring on Brunori, but not that tempted. And I think that's the only changes I'm going to make, because, like I say, we do like to get injuries. Okay, 56 minutes. We're still 1-0 up. Lazio yet to have a shot. Throw in from Sandro. Moving up the wing, puts it in the middle. Ramsey, oh, nearly didn't get on the end of that. And Cuadrado going all the way, but tackled. Pjanic. Bonucci. Demiral out wide. Cuadrado. Ramsey. Ramsey with the ball in. Higuain's there. Ramsey back out wide. Cuadrado in the box. Tries to just fire it at him, I guess. I wonder if... Oops, it won't be there. I might just tell Cuadrado to shoot less often. Just because he keeps trying to squeeze it in next to the keeper. Alright, come on, boys. Free kick from Lazio. Only as far as Ramsey. Pjanic. It's Cuadrado again. Tackled, but he's back on it. Gets the cross in. Higuain puts it down for Cuadrado, but Cuadrado puts it over. We're looking good. We're making the effort. And they still haven't had a shot on. I'm going to demand more, though. Next opportunity. Ooh. Marisic. Luis Alberto. Looking to get his cross in. Oh, my goodness. They forced a corner. Not a great save from Buffon, I would suggest. Alberto with the corner kick. Into the middle. Oh, it's cleared, but only as far as Marisic. Or Marisic. Lazari. Alberto. Cleared by Bonucci. God, they're all over us, aren't they? I'm going to go back to... Let's try that. And you know what? Let's do that too. Come on, Juventus. Let's get another goal. I don't like the fact that they're pushing us a bit harder. Goal kick. Only as far as Cuadrado's on a run again. He's looking knackered. Bless him. It is the 89th minute, so he's bound to be Ramsey. Pjanic. We're keeping it very central. Cuadrado dispossessed. Llorente picks it up, though. Cuadrado. Higuain gives it away. Lazari on the counter-attack. This is not a time for us to concede, boys and girls. Well done, Buffon. All right, come on, boys. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to be fine. 96 minutes. That's a lot of added time. That's a lot of added time. Well, Juventus won. Lazio 0. The only goal from Alexandro. That was it was a bit of a scrappy game. They had better possession. Overall, we did have the better shots and on-target shots, but that's not enough shots on target for the number we took, and I know part of that is me getting them to shoot on sight, but anyway, that's the 3 points. I can't say it's a fabulous performance. In fact, what does my assistant manager say? It was disappointing. There you go. Let's just be assertive. It was a let-off. We need to be better. Okay, we're going to come back for a very, very quick final review. After that 1-0 win over Lazio, we are still top on 64 points with a goal difference of plus 60. I just want to have a quick look at the dynamics. I did mention, obviously, in the club vision, was up to a B+. We're now down to a B, having only beaten Lazio 1-0, but fair enough. In terms of the dynamics, things have improved. I got a better managerial support than I did, but whilst there are no players that are opposing me, there are still 18 that have no real opinion. And of those 18, a good chunk are a highly influential player. So that's not great, but we're still doing okay. But obviously, we've got yet another injury in the form of Adrian Rabiot. It's just endless. It really is. Anyway, I've been avoiding relegation. This has been VERSUS4. I suggest you now go and watch everybody else's videos if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching.